Good evening. You're with us on DD India. Welcome to Express News, where we update you with the top 100 news of the day from politics, business, world affairs, sports and entertainment in a quick, succinct manner. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let us start. In Uttarakhand, all major rivers are in spate following heavy rain in the last 2 days. Many rivers of the state are flowing close to the danger mark. Due to heavy rains in Chamoli district, excessive amount of water has been released from Srinagar Dam. As a result, water level in Ganga River has risen. People living near riverbanks are being evacuated to safer places. The government and administration in the state are in alert mode. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami is keeping a close watch on all the districts of the state and is in constant touch with the district magistrates. The Gangotri National Highway in Uttarkashi district and Rishikesh Badrinath National Highway in Chamoli district have been blocked following landslides at 2 places. Several circuit roads connecting villages in hilly areas have also been blocked due to the landslides. The work of opening the roads on priority basis is underway. The State Emergency Operations Centre is keeping a close watch on the situation arising due to rains in the state. So far, 16 rain-related deaths have been reported in the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke with Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami and took stock of the situation arising out of the heavy rainfall in the state. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand Pushkar Singh Dhami reviewed the situation caused by heavy rain in the state and said that the administration is fully alert. Talking to media persons, the Chief Minister said that the Prime Minister and the Home Minister have been briefed on the current situation. The Chief Minister said that houses and bridges have been damaged at many places and 16 people have died so far. The Chief Minister said that 3 helicopters will be deployed for rescue operations in the rain-hit state. Many parts of Madhya Pradesh are also receiving moderate to heavy rain. The Met Department has issued a yellow alert for heavy rains in various parts of Madhya Pradesh today. The department has forecast that moderate to heavy rains with thunderstorms will continue for 2 to 3 days in many districts. The Kerala government has taken all necessary precautions before the opening of all the 10 dams which were put on red alert yesterday as the water level of these dams was rising. Idamalayar and Pampa dams were opened this morning to keep the water level below 90%. High alert has been issued to people to stay away from coastal zones and not to engage in fishing or any other activities in water bodies. A warning has been issued to people residing close to the Periyar River. Rainfall continues in Himachal Pradesh. A link road was blocked in Himachal Pradesh's Kinnaur district due to flash floods triggered by heavy rains on Monday. According to information received from Kinnaur district, the link road from National Highway 5 to Morang has been blocked due to flash floods at Khogpanala in Morang Tehsil. The centre has asked states and union territories to identify and prioritize those districts that have low COVID-19 vaccination coverage. States and UTs have also been asked to address local challenges by exploring the need for additional vaccination centres and improving access in rural areas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Kushinagar International Airport tomorrow. The international airport will get operational this week to ease travel, facilitating air travel requirements of international Buddhist pilgrims in India. The inaugural flight from Kushinagar will land at the airport from Colombo, Sri Lanka, carrying 125 dignitaries and Buddhist monks, highlighting the convenience to Buddhists across the world to visit the Mahaparinirvan Sthal of Lord Buddha. The Airports Authority of India, in its continuous endeavour to upgrade airport infrastructure in the country, has developed the Kushinagar Airport with the new terminal building spread across 3,600 square metres at an estimated cost of 260 crore rupees in association with the Uttar Pradesh government. The new terminal is equipped to handle 300 passengers during peak hours. Union Home Minister Amit Shah flagged off the Modi van in New Delhi today under Bharatiya Janata Party's Seva Hi Sangathan program to commemorate Prime Minister Narendra Modi completing 20 years as an elected representative. The Modi van will operate under the aegis of Koshambe Vikas Parishad, which is run by BJP's National Secretary and Lok Sabha MP Vinod Sonkar. 5 Modi vans will be operated in the 5 Vidhan Sabha constituencies across Uttar Pradesh's Koshambi district. The Modi van will also consist of telemedicine as well as a machine that can test 39 blood samples in one go. The Modi van will also help in promoting vaccination against COVID-19 in remote villages. Besides, the vehicles will be used to administer oaths to people to keep their villages clean and plastic-free. A pledge for water conservation will also be administered using these vans. Eid Miladun-Nabi, the day that commemorates the birthday of Prophet Muhammad, was celebrated with religious fervor across the country. The Prophet's birthday falls on the 12th day of the Islamic month of Rabiul-Awwal. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted people on the occasion. On to business news now. The 30-share Sensex slipped 50 points today to close at 61,716. The 50-share Nifty was down by 58 points to 18,419. At the MCX, gold prices were up 175 rupees to end at 47,466 rupees per 10 grams. Silver prices strengthened today by 968 rupees to end at 64,234 rupees per kilo. The Indian rupee gained 36 paise to close at 74 rupees 88 paise against the dollar. Crude oil prices were trading 71 rupees or 1.16% higher to close at 6,216 rupees per barrel. Petrol and diesel prices remained unchanged at their record highs for the second consecutive day on Tuesday. The price of petrol in Delhi stands at 105 rupees 84 paise per litre, while a litre of diesel costs 94 rupees 57 paise in the national capital. Secretary of Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, Deepam Tuhin Kanta Pandey informed that dividend tranches of about 296 crore rupees have been received from the Power Finance Corporation Limited and 233 crore rupees from Housing and Urban Development Corporation, PUTCO. The Secretary also said that Oil India Limited has paid about 92 crore rupees, KIOCL 99 crore and Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam 94 crore rupees as dividend tranches to the Government of India. The Reserve Bank of India has imposed a monetary penalty of 1 crore rupees on the State Bank of India (SBI) and 1.95 crore rupees on the Standard Chartered Bank. The SBI has been penalized for violating norms related to delay in reporting of fraud, while the Standard Chartered Bank has been penalized for violating norms related to customer protection and cyber security framework. India races towards the milestone of 100 crore vaccination administration mark. India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has already exceeded the 99 crore mark. More than 102 crore vaccine doses have been provided to states and UTs so far through the Government of India and through direct state procurement category. More than 10 crore 42 lakh balance and unutilized COVID-19 vaccine doses are still available with the states and UTs yet to be administered. India reported a total of 13,058 new cases in the last 24 hours, which is the lowest in 231 days. India reported 19,470 recoveries in the last 24 hours, taking the total to 3 crore 34 lakh 58,801. The recovery rate currently stands at 98.14%, which is the highest since March 2020. Active cases account for less than 1% of total cases now, currently at 0.54%. It is the lowest since March last year. So India's active caseload stands at 1,83,118, which is the lowest in 227 days. Weekly positivity rate at 1.36% is less than 3% for the last 116 days. Daily positivity rate at 1.11% is less than 3% for the last 50 days now. A total of 59 crore 31 lakh tests, COVID-19 tests have been conducted so far. The world at large also continues to battle the COVID-19 pandemic. Over 24 crore 19 lakh and 33,000 cases have been reported worldwide so far, while recoveries stand above 21 crore 92 lakh 67,000. The deadly virus has so far claimed over 49,21,000 lives globally. United States of America remains to be the worst hit nation by the pandemic. So far, over 4,59,08,000 cases have been reported from the USA, while the death toll has surpassed the 7,46,000 mark in USA. USA reported over 45,000 new cases on Monday. The country has been witnessing a spike over the past few days due to the Delta variant of COVID-19. The deadly virus claimed the lives of 599 people yesterday. Singapore is scheduled to reopen its border to vaccinated visitors from around 10 countries from this day onwards. Singapore opened travel lanes for vaccinated passengers from Brunei and Germany in September. Singapore will expand the scheme to another 8 countries. The lane with South Korea will start on November 15. Under the policy, passengers will have to quarantine if they have been fully vaccinated and tested negative for coronavirus before departure and upon arrival. Burundi has rolled out its first COVID-19 vaccines months after most African countries. The latest step in the East African nation's shift towards a more active approach to containing the pandemic. Russia on Monday reported 34,325 new COVID-19 infections, its highest single-day case tally since the start of the pandemic. COVID-19 infections in Russia are at their peak, and the country's coronavirus task force reported 998 coronavirus-related deaths yesterday. New Zealand recorded the highest number of daily cases since the pandemic began as the Delta variant of the coronavirus spreads in its biggest city, Auckland. The country reported 94 new COVID-19 infections, of which 87 were reported in Auckland. In international news, in Myanmar, the military government junta has started to release more than 5,600 people who were arrested during the anti-government protests in the country after February's first coup. The release included 1,300 people jailed for protests against the government, while the remaining 4,300 are those who face charges of anti-government activism of various kinds. In Nigeria, gunmen killed at least 43 people in an attack in a village market in the northern state of Sokoto. Police confirmed that bandits attacked Goronyo. Nigerian troops are conducting air and ground operations against bandit camps in the area. US President Joe Biden ordered flags at the White House and other federal buildings lowered to half staff on Monday in tribute to former Joint Chiefs Chairman and Secretary of State Colin Powell. The former US Secretary of State died at the age of 84 yesterday due to COVID-19 complications. The flags will remain lowered until sunset on October 22nd. US Vice President Kamala Harris lauded Colin Powell and said that he broke many barriers which were not easy to break by any stretch. A United Nations spokesperson informed that UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres was saddened by the passing of former US Secretary of State Colin Powell. Iran backed talks with 6 major powers that are result-oriented. Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi said yesterday as Tehran and 6 powers struggle to overcome snags hampering the resumption of negotiations to revive a 2015 nuclear deal. Meanwhile, North Korea fired at least 1 ballistic missile off its east coast on Tuesday. Officials in South Korea and Japan said the launch came as Seoul opens a major spy chiefs meet to discuss the nuclear standoff and South Korea prepares for a space launch. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said that 2 ballistic missiles had been detected and that it was regrettable that North Korea had conducted a string of missile tests in recent weeks. Reacting to the news, US Special Representative for North Korea said that both nations harbor no hostile intent towards the DPRK and that they are open to meeting with them without preconditions. Top South Korean nuke envoy Noh Kyu-duk said that he had productive consultations with Representative Sung Kim again, and he hoped that North Korea would respond to calls to resume talks. He added that South Korea and the US shared evaluation of the recent situation on the Korean peninsula and agreed that it is very important to keep the situation stable on the peninsula without escalating military tensions. Migrants in Limbo in southern Mexico are reportedly considering a new caravan of people heading out on foot towards the Mexican border with the United States. Authorities in Mexico have sought to keep these migrants in Tapachula in Mexico's southern state of Chiapas near Guatemala. With climate change becoming more evident with every passing day, incidents of volcanic eruptions, extreme rainfall have become more common. Red-hot lava gushed from the Cumbre Vieja volcano on Spain's La Palma island a day after. The president of the Canary Islands said that there is no immediate end in sight to the volcanic eruption that has caused chaos since it began a month ago. In Peru, heavy rain lashed northern parts of the country, causing rivers to overflow and highways to flood. Rain battered the northern town of Las Banos del Inca in Cajamarca province, flooding streets and cutting off traffic in areas where neither vehicles nor mass transit could get through. A Russia-led post-Soviet security bloc started its largest military drills near the Tajik-Afghan border in years amid cross-border tensions ahead of talks between Afghanistan's new Taliban leaders and major regional powers. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has been roped in to investigate last year's attack on a popular Indian restaurant in Santa Fe, capital of the southern U.S. state of New Mexico. In June last year, unknown vandals damaged the kitchen, dining room, storage area and spray-painted walls at the India Palace premises. An astounding amalgamation of modern art and new technology could be seen as the Prague city centre was illuminated by a light and laser show. Spectators described the show as colourful and intense. The festival aims to bring modern art and new technology to spectators, with the city serving as a canvas. Festival director Martin Posta said that this edition of the festival was the first time when augmented reality displays were available to spectators via a smartphone app. An antique sword believed to have belonged to a crusader who sailed to the Holy Land almost a millennium ago has been recovered from the Mediterranean seabed thanks to a sharp-eyed amateur diver. The distinctive sword is encrusted with marine organisms. According to the Israel Antiquities Authority, the sword is believed to be some 900 years old and will be put on display after it is cleaned and restored. British fashion designer Vivienne Westwood and Nigerian author Ben Okri read out their letters to the earth as part of a campaign urging urgent action against climate change. The 80-year-old designer, known for her environmental activism, Okri and children's choir SOS from the Kids were among those on the stage at the Shakespeare's Globe Theatre in London to read their letters. In her letter, Westwood called for a land-based economy and opening up land corridors for wildlife. Booker Prize winner Okri read his previously published letter, The Age of Catastrophes, and joined his partner in a poetry dance performance. Their 5-year-old daughter read her own letter. 4 snow leopards were caught by infrared camera once again in Yushu Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture. The infrared camera footage caught 1 adult snow leopard followed by 3 cubs on a hill. According to Chao Xiang, director of Shanshui Conservation Center, the 3 cubs spotted were about 3 to 4 months old and their mother had just taken them out to acclimatize. The giant refugee puppet that has been traveling across Europe in recent months to raise awareness on the plight of child refugees visited the northern French city of Calais, the epicenter of the migrant situation in France. The little AMAL, a 3.5-meter tall puppet depicting a Syrian refugee girl, completed her passage in France in Calais as part of an 8,000-kilometer walk across Europe. Hundreds of people walked with AMAL in Calais streets as the giant puppet greeted locals peering from their apartment windows. AMAL, which means hope in Arabic, started her journey on July 27th in Turkey near the Syrian border. Women's unions all around Vietnam's Phu Yen province have implemented various programs and activities to reduce waste and raise people's awareness about the importance of environmental protection. All shops in Vietnam's Phu Yen province have committed to limiting their use of plastic bags as much as possible. Shop owners also remind buyers about the harm of using plastic bags. On to sports action now. In ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021, Scotland beat Papua New Guinea by 17 runs to move top in Group B. This win takes Scotland towards a dream Super 12 berth. All-rounder Livingstone suffered a finger injury as England were beaten by India in their opening warm-up game before the T20 World Cup. Livingstone left the field after dropping Ishan Kishan on the mid-wicket boundary in the 16th over of India's pursuit of 189 in Dubai. England will next face West Indies in 5 2020s and 3 tests in the Caribbean in January and March next year. The first 5-match T20 series between the two sides will be played at the Kennington Oval in Barbados between 22nd and 30th of January. The test series begins on 8th March. In Denmark Open badminton, Kidambi Shrikant got the better of compatriot B. Sai Praneeth in straight sets in the men's singles of the first round of Denmark Open. Troubling news coming in for China's Winter Olympics as human rights activists urged governments and athletes worldwide to boycott the 2022 Winter Olympics in China. In Champions League, Manchester City will be aiming to take a step closer to qualifying for the knockout phase of the UEFA Champions League when they face Club Brugge tonight. Atletico Madrid and Liverpool is all set for their face-off in Spain in Group B play. Both teams are sitting pretty at the points table. In another Champions League fixture tonight, PSG will face RB Leipzig in Group A. Porto will face AC Milan, followed by Ajax versus Borussia Dortmund in the same Group B. Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti has called for his team to improve on recent performances as they prepare for Tuesday's Champions League group game at Shakhtar Donetsk. In news from the entertainment world now, actor Diya Mirza completed 2 decades in the Hindi film industry on Tuesday. Diya made her debut with the film Rehna Hai Tere Dil Mein. After basking in the success of her song Mani Ke Mage Hi The, Sri Lankan singer Yohani is all set to make her Bollywood debut with the film Thank God. The film features Ajay Devgan, Siddharth Malhotra and Rakul Preet Singh. Bollywood star Kangana Ranaut's upcoming action film Dhakar has been announced to a new release date on 8th of April next year. Horror movie fans have a reason to rejoice as the makers of the horror thriller Book, The Real Curse is Real, which stars Imran Hashmi and Nikita Datta in the lead roles, have launched a teaser of their upcoming film. Fans would have to wait a little bit longer to see Doctor Strange, Thor and Black Panther, among other Marvel film franchises that will return to the silver screens as the release dates for these projects have been delayed by Disney. Disney's live-action studio also revealed that it is pushing back its untitled Indiana Jones reboot by almost a year from July 29, 2022 to June 30, 2023. Veteran star Mel Gibson has been roped in to play the lead role in The Continental, the prequel to the Keanu Reeves film series John Wick. New beginnings started for American rapper Kanye West as he officially changed his name to Ye. Fan frenzy reached pre-pandemic levels in London's Leicester Square as the stars of the Dune appeared on the red carpet for the film's UK premiere. And actors Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek were seen at the world premiere of Marvel Studios' latest comic book adaptation, Eternals. So that's it in this edition of the Express News. We will be back tomorrow same time with the top 100 news of the day. Until we meet again, take very good care of yourself. Stay safe, stay masked. Namaskar.